Good morning. Coos. Bit tricky filming in the winter time because first thing in the morning it's pitch black and last thing at night it's pitch black, so you can't see anything. So I'll get yard 2 sorted out and then it'll be a lot lighter. Death wobble on the Defender is significantly worse than it used to be. There's one wheel, when it got balanced, it got loads of weights added to it. I've got another wheel along the road, I might swap it and see if that helps. Deliveries are queuing up at the shop this morning. It's one thing I've never known is how many vans and lorries we get a day, so I'm going to go to the CCTV later and have a look over a day. On the leaves now, I'll go and put the brush onto the bucket, get all this cleared up. All the leaves have cowed off the trees now, well, most of them. I've had this brush quite a number of years now. Good piece of kit. If you were watching maybe 6 months ago, we replaced the brushes on it, so it's working a lot better than it was. They are, I think they're 21 or 24 inch. It's pretty simple. There's 2 hooks on the old bucket. They go in there. These plates go on the bottom to hold it on. Yoke the hydraulics up. Job done. Does a good job. We probably should put it on more often than we do, but it's good for the likes of in there when we're clearing out after the cattle have been in. Give it a good brush with this, power hose it, and then go over it again with that. Same for clearing up the roads and whatnot. It's a good handy piece of kit. Before I swap this for the brush, I'll just fill up there's a feeder there needing filled up, and I'll shift some bales up into here. Save me putting it straight back on after I'm done with the brush. Still all bunged up after my holiday. Ugh, feeling rough as a badger. This button, let me turn down this banger, that releases the oil pressure on the ram on the front there. So now these hydraulic pipes should pop off, no bother. Also need to switch that valve position, my spanner, to replace the actual lever that got snapped off someday. That releases the oil flow back to these rams, which control the pins which are holding the actual grab on to the headstock of the forklift. Anyway, we'll dump that off and get the brush on. So it's this bucket. You can see just in the top left corner of the bucket, those hooks. That's where the brush hooks onto. And now we get this on without knocking it over. I don't think I've actually ever knocked it over before. But yeah, anyway. I think we're not far away at that. That's 1 on, 2 on. It's a fraction annoying. Maybe these should have been positioned slightly differently, but these need to go on. Oh, damn it, where did that go? These plates, to stop it coming off again, obviously I can't get that in now. I can get it in on that side, so put it on that side, then I need to shunt it this way to get a bit of space to put this in. Don't know whether these are just fractionally not quite in the right place. Let's lift it off the floor a bit. And then these stands can come off as well. 1, 2. This will get me shifted. Let's give that a yank and it'll nudge over. And now this should fit on there, wrong way around. That goes just on there. Come on. There we go. A couple of R clips. And then shift it back. Right, just greased everything up. Forklift's needing a grease as well. I gave the forklift a wee grease. Just did the headstock and the axles. Right, we're off to the races. It does a better job in reverse, but for the bulk of the material it's better going forward, so we'll try and pick up most of this and then we'll do a better job after that going reverse. That's one pass there. You can see it doesn't do a perfect job first time going forward, but the bulk of that is now in the bucket. Look at the difference. Going in reverse makes a cracking job. Need to get the manual brush out for around these edges and up that fence line. You could eat your dinner off it. Grab this brush, I've got down that fence line to do. Need the knapsack out to spray all this, but that's all leaves centred. I'll be able to scoop them up with a bucket now. The grass almost needs a wee cut. That'll clear the leaves on the grass as well. It's been really mild, so grass and whatnot's grown fairly well considering the time of year. Jackpot. Rusty set of pliers. Lovely. There was a point in time where there was phone wires getting adjusted there, so I think a set of pliers must have been dropped by me, I think. a bit neater and tidier now. I'll go down the yard. I don't know if there's any bits to do down there. I don't think there's actually too much around about the yard that's in a mess. I'll have a look. I often mention Pure Radio and how good their tunes are, but they've just pulled an absolute blinder, put another belter. This bay, this is kind of where we wash anything from tractors, trailers, whatever, and it gets quite manky because obviously there's dirt all falling off the tractor. So while I got the brush on, I'll give this a clean as well. I thought it was doing an absolute awful job, and it was doing a terrible job, and it wasn't spinning. I thought it seized or something was wrong, but because I just shifted the trailer, I diverted the oil to the pickup head and forgot to switch it back, so I was just being a plonker. Hopefully it's working now. Seems to be. I've just soaked up a hose. Hopefully it's not wrapped. No, it isn't. Let's see how this comes up. It's not spotless, but the bulk of the mud, it was basically just a pile of mud sitting there, is gone. Give this a quick blast. The bucket's manky. And this hasn't been washed probably since we got it. Subscribe. Also, like. That's as good as I could get. Like the video, go on. Cheers, and subscribe. Job done. Who knew it was green? Guzzle, 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 guzzle. She's some machine. I've not got around to doing that wheel yet. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I've got something on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'm going up to Farm Stream. A friend of mine's calving and lambing cameras and equine industry cameras they do basically. Going up to film a wee advert. They wanted to make an advert for to put on their own socials and whatnot. They asked me to do it. They said they were going to pay me, but they're friends of mine. Maybe I'll need a favour in the future. Just been loading cattle there. Another 3 cattle away to the abattoir. Christmas beef. If you've got beef ordered for your Christmas from CrawfordsFarm shop, that's the beef. You'd think she doesn't get fed. Silly mutt. Hey? She snaps at the calves, snaps her gnashes. Come on, you. Stop eating that. Come on in. It's not going too quick today. 20. If I was in front of her, she'd be up to 30. She's lost a bit of pace. Yeah, she's definitely lost a bit of pace. She used to be able to sit about 30 miles an hour. Not for too long, but that was her top speed, 30, 31. She got quite skinny, so the last few months we've been trying to beef her up a wee bit, and it's definitely impacted her top speed in a bit. But she's looking better, looking healthier.